Here we are again, folks. Here we are. Welcome to another live stream. As always, this live stream may or may not be for you, but thank you for coming through. I don't want to sound mad. Consider this. Why provoke me? Like I said, I don't want to sound mad, but I'm addressing some situations, indirectly, not going, not giving anybody any free promotion or anything like that. My thing is to the troublemakers, to the folks looking for the smoke, you know, if I didn't send for you, don't come looking for me. A lot of times people want a response from you. They want to, poke the bear or come at you some kind of way. And the reality of the situation is you may get a response, but it may not be the way that you like it. I tell anybody, when it comes to drama, what's going on, Fury 009? I appreciate you as well. Also, too, I got some moderators. I have done the whole thing with the wrenches and everything. I did that. I did that on the laptop. I made that work or whatever the case may be, and I'm gonna make some more people moderators and stuff like that. I couldn't figure out um, the whole thing with the Google Hangouts, on air, on my laptop. But I digress from that situation. This is just about folks thinking that it's okay and it's cool to provoke people, that don't need the provocation, or folks that's not calling for the drama and whatnot. Yeah, Fury 009. I wanted to make you one of the moderators too, but I had to look at the spelling of your name, so I gotta, go into that. But that's definitely one of those things I need to do. As far as the people looking for the smoke, what I'm saying, we ain't getting to who it is. There's people online, offline. It's like, why why provoke me? Why put yourself in a situation at odds with an individual? When you don't know how they're gonna respond. Sometimes it's better off just going in the corner and slapping yourself. What's going on, Simply Deep 85? It's another question that's asked the other day. What's the definition of a random example of compromise in the general in a general with a compromising situation in general, especially with a chick? Um, what's your definitions of naming random examples of compromising in wait, what? What's your definition or naming random examples of a compromising situation in general with a chick? Well, chicks don't, or females don't like to be called chicks, but um, compromising situations is when you're in a relationship with somebody and you want to keep it together, but the person gets with you under the presumption that it's going to be a monogamous relationship, and then you find out, that this person may wind up being pregnant, but they're not pregnant with your baby, and they're pregnant with somebody else's baby, and then they want an open relationship, and you really care about this person, and you're trying to avoid catching a case, and you may work with this person or not work with the person. There may be family ties and connections, things where people would get shot up and hurt and stuff like that. That's a compromising situation. Things could get definitely too realistic as it pertains to different situations. I mean, that's an interesting question that you would ask. I mean, some people enjoy the drama. Some people want to go for it and whatnot. My thing is though, why provoke me if I'm not trying to come looking for you and I ain't send for you? Why why provoke me? Because it's fun. Because it thinks you think it's something cool to do. It's the smart, sexy move, or it's the dope play. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you want to leave certain people alone, especially if they're not looking for that action. Especially if a person just wants to, be at peace and be left alone. Sometimes people don't understand that. There's people who don't understand, just being drama free. Sometimes folks just want to poke the bear. Sometimes people want to throw shots. Sometimes people want to say something from the sideline. I mean, so that's what it is. What's going on, Hazel's Reptiles and fam? Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like, strike. Thank you. I appreciate that. Fire, fire. Okay, I'll stop because as you're talking about something else. Well, no, simply deep. If I don't understand exactly the question that you're going for, give me more clarification. What's the context of your question? Definitely give me more context because I'm more than willing to answer what you have to say. It's just I was just addressing some things. The folks that I'm talking to, they know who I'm talking to. For folks that don't know who I'm talking to, you will shortly enough. But all I'm saying is that, don't provoke me, don't put me in a situation where if I'm not looking for the drama, that you want to come poke the bear, whether you know me, whether you don't know me. What's going on, Justice Sinclair? Appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. I just think a lot of times folks don't understand. Compromising situation can also be embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, I know about compromising situations. Believe me, I know about compromising situations when you find yourself, with especially with a female, where you think something is one way and it's not the way that you thought it was, and you may have picked the wrong one or whatever the case may be when it comes to that. I mean, and it's vice versa. It's good to be watching. Thank you. I appreciate that, Justin Sinclair. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you coming through in the heat, wherever it may be. And I encourage folks, as always, to drink water. Make sure you're doing what you got to do with that, And also, too, if anybody's trying to provoke you, I'm not saying just turn the other cheek and let them slap you down. But at the same time, sometimes you got to be like the matador. You got to sidestep it and let them hit the target, hit the bullseye, something like that. Why are you stressing out, Meek Rodriguez? Why are you stressing out? Tell me why you're stressing out. I'll be interested to know why you're stressing out. Sometimes you gotta just, de-stress, declutter, step back from some situations. Oh man, I'm sitting here and I'm letting my ice cream melt talking to y'all. It makes me cry. I don't know what makes you cry, but let's call it. Let's keep it in perspective. Oh man. Mm. Mm. Bad teeth. I like the ice cream, but sensitive teeth. Mm. 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 My gums. Things too hot, too cold. Mm. I'm a phone film. Uh. Mm. Yeah, put this in the freezer. Sorry about that. A little too cold for me right now. Even though I'm putting it back in the freezer. So I keep it simple and short out of respect. Okay, nah. You don't have to keep it simple, short, whatever. I got a few minutes. I don't know what you're talking about, but I guess you got something strongly going on with you because you're using the F word real deep, real heavy. So when you're using the F word in the chat room, there got to be something that you really intensely want to say. So if you want to say it, if you want to speak on it, I don't know. But a lot of times, I think emotionally we respond to situations and let people get our gout, or get at us and take us to negative places. Just in time prepping. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you for being here. He's going upset. I don't know what you're talking about, Meek, but I mean, you got to be more specific about your situation and whatnot and what's going on. I mean, all I know I can say is that, people get upset all the time for various reasons. So I don't know what it is. I can't really call it in that situation and whatnot. Hopefully whatever you're going through, you're able to get through it, because there's a lot of things that could get us and take us and turn us around and have us all, PO'd about a lot of different things, And I try to, try as hard as I might sometimes, I try to just sidestep some situations and not have to address people, be it directly or indirectly. But sometimes people just want your attention. Sometimes they just want you to respond. Sometimes they want you to be miserable with them, And as many times as I was told I wasn't going to use this movie line, I have to use it again. It's like when you think you're out of the game, when you think you're done, they just pull you back in. They want you in the drama. They want you into the negativity. Let's just say a hookup going wrong in the park last night. You recorded your pants down. And without none. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you simply deep. My uncle's been losing his temper sometimes, and when we had this agreement, he yells at me. It really holds me back. I'm sorry that your uncle was yelling at you, but first, what happens in those situations, what I would tell you is first listen to understand, then to be heard, So hear what your uncle is saying first, even if it's something that's negative, even if it's something that's out of place. Listen to the words that are really coming out of that man's mouth, and then repeat back what he's saying. Begin to reflect back and ask questions. I'm sorry that you're really hurt by the situations because dealing with family members It's crazy. It didn't happen to me though. Oh, of course, Simply Deep. Yeah, no, it didn't. It didn't happen to you. Wink, wink. But it's all good. I feel you, my man. Sometimes you just get caught in compromising situations. I try not to, be out there in the open. But like I said, I could tell you a story or two, which I won't tell because I got family members and stuff that watch this. So, like I said, I'm not going to incriminate myself. But I hear you. Like I said, I know of some situations that people have been in that I haven't been in myself. Wink, wink. But yeah, it's kind of crazy like that. I just tell you, whoever you're dealing with out there and however you're moving around, you just want to be careful. No, don't tell. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna tell. I'm not gonna tell. I got bad feelings hurt by my uncle. Well, see, now you got me interested. I mean, what's going on, Fireman CV? I appreciate you for coming through. Thank you. Yeah. There's a wig on that one. Thank you, Fireman CV, for coming through. I've been seeing you in a whole bunch of live streams today. Deadhead, sometimes not letting the other person know that they got you provokes me more. Yeah, that definitely is true. That definitely is true, Deadhead. I'll agree with you on that one. And sometimes it's annoying because you have to address situations, in certain ways because people won't stop until you just say, this is what it is. But yeah, Meek, you got to give me more context to what's going on, So it's a situation where I say to you, you just listen to what's going on the other end, and then you ask questions and try to understand where your uncle is coming from and whatnot as it pertains to that. I haven't forgotten about you, CP. You can be in the park with a chick and she can get frisky with you, and you're like, no one can get there, and then you get in trouble. Well, I'll tell anybody. Since we are gonna go here, we might as well go here. Sex in public, it gets dicey. Since we want to talk about sex in public, I'll talk about sex in public. I mean, why not? Like Google give me a strike or somebody sees it. I'm just responding to the chat just in case mother anybody else is watching. They want to talk about sex in public. It stresses me out really bad. I don't know which part of it stressed you out, me. I don't know if you want to have that conversation privately. You don't have to have it here with me in the live stream, but you can send me a message, seeker.dreamer.believer, at gmail.com. No. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Sorry about that. I'm in and out. I'm in and out in the chat. I'm in and out. That's the funny thing about it. Come on now. Sorry about that. I'm here. I'm here again. I had to make a text message. The only thing I don't like about being on the live stream when you're getting text messages and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm back. As it pertains to, compromising situations in public, I tell anybody, me personally, as I get older, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Happy 4th as well. Don't do it. As far as things go, make sure you're with the right individual, whether you with them in public and private or whatever the case may be. If you're just trying to have a fling, especially if you're having a fling, I see it definitely respect to that. I don't know. Nowadays we live in a situation and a time where, it's almost like this is the hookup generation, as they saying it, So I just, whether you have sex in public, whether you have sex in private, whether you have sex in your mom's house and your daddy's house, it's crazy, Nick Rodriguez, you saying I'm your brother? I don't know what you're saying, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. So many different conversations and comments going on at the same time. I'm just trying to keep up with everything. All I can tell you is for real, as it pertains to having sex in and outdoors, whatever. Personally, I'm a little afraid you worry about the cops or somebody running up on you. It's what it is. No. You're good, Simply Deep. You're good, Simply Deep. It's not a bad situation. It's not a bad situation. I tell anybody just worry about the whole aspect of whether or not this person is I'm very struggle about my uncle. Well, you got to give more context about that, Meek. So, if you're not giving more context about what that is that you're struggling with your uncle, then, that's what it is. I don't want to get you in trouble. That's all. Nah, realistically, Simply Deep, you're not going to get me in trouble. It's my live stream. If anybody asks me, about any questions, anything. That's just what it is. What's up, Iron Firehouse? I appreciate you. That's kind of funny that you asked about. I mean, that you come at the same time you come in Iron Firehouse. There was a siren in the background going. I don't know if you heard that siren. You probably could hear it through the headphones or whatever. Beats by Dre. There you go. So you probably heard it. Forgive me if it seems like I'm all over the place because I kind of said my piece, in the beginning of it. What's good? What's good, bro? All is well. All is well, Yas Poet. I just had to, throw a little message out there, let some folks know, it's not a cool thing to try to go out there provoking folks, especially if folks is not sending for you. If the drama is not coming your way, if folks are not, zombies probably are coming. The zombie apocalypse, Justin, that's just what it is. Just kidding. Anybody ever seen The Walking Dead? I don't know. Fear the Walking Dead. They got so many sequels. But yeah, Yas Poet, what I was just talking about, the city, the sirens always. I like the title though. Yeah. Nah, the title was just more of a question. It's like why provoke me? Why put me in a situation where now I'm opposite opposed to you when you don't know how I'm gonna respond. You don't know the negativity that I may come. I may come with a different type of pettiness, a level of pettiness that you're not ready for. Or I may hit you with love. I may hit you with peace, with respect. I may embarrass you. It may be a situation where you get one up on me, or maybe a situation where it comes out to be a waste of your time, even though they say, time is never wasted. Time is never truly wasted. Time reveals all. So, it's a situation where it may not be worth your while, but it is what it is. I detour right away from drama, total 180. Sometimes you can do a total 180, but sometimes, Iron Firehouse, you do a 180, you do a 360, you do a 1080, a 1020, and it's all around you. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just address it and say, you know what, I ain't running nowhere. I ain't scared. I ain't afraid. If you got something to say to me, then you come say it, be straight up. You know how to find me. You know how to find me. And that goes to anybody online, offline, that knows me, that known me, that want to know me, that used to know me, however you feel, don't provoke me, and, you're not ready for the response, even if there's no response at all, But like I said, it's like I tell folks, you go your way, you do what you got to do. I mean, I'm normally a peaceable person, so that's just what it is, It's probably poetry somewhere, in there, Justin, I ain't mad. What's going on, Egyptian Gamer Geek? I ain't seen you in a little bit, man. How you feeling? Which movie did you go see now? I don't know if you're excited about that Ant-Man and the Wasp. I definitely got to go check that out. And I'm going to go check out Equalizer 2. I think you could fill in the blanks from here. Yeah, definitely you could fill in the blanks. Simply deep, but it is what it is. I just tell you, or anybody else out there, when you're dealing with any significant other, or even if it's insignificant other, make sure that you're using protection. I haven't seen Incredibles 2, but that's a couple of movies out there that I definitely got to go see. I got to go check out that Equalizer 2. I got to go check out that Ant-Man and the Wasp. I definitely got to check out that Mission Impossible. I got to check out my man Tom Cruise, Ethan Hawke doing it, one last time, Mission Impossible, Fallout or whatnot. Oh, you want me to do it? Nah. You ain't gotta do it. You ain't gotta do it. Simply deep. It's a situation where you just gotta be safe with the people that you deal with and whatnot. That's what I tell you. Don't get too carried away in your situations and your dealings and stuff like that. So, that's just kind of what it is. I mean, I'm at a point in my life where, I'm just trying to move on to what's important. And I see people, they want to drag you into stuff and they want to see if they could poke the bear and see if they can get a reaction out of you. I mean, most of my life, I have people trying to just see how I'll react or why don't I overreact to situations. And sometimes I don't got time to be caught up with foolishness. I mean, I think Jay-Z was talking about it. He said sometimes, folks think that you're above them. And it's not that you want to be above somebody. It's like, I just don't have time to argue with you about stupid ish. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's not that I feel like I'm better than anybody. Sometimes I don't want to be sitting around arguing with people and going through it with people, and mulling over stuff that don't mean anything, going through drama and whatnot, Let me see what's in the comments. I mean, when you speak, it's wise to poetry to me. You got that life experience. Well, all of us have life experience, Justin. I mean, everybody in here, Simply Deep, you, Fireman CV, Deadhead, like I said, Frozen. A lot of us have life experience. It's about valuing your experience and appreciating where you come from. I mean, I don't care who you are. If you lived on this life for a day, you got experience. The question is, how do you compound on it? What have you learned from each day? Think about it. You know, what have you learned from your life experience so far? You have something that you could teach the youth. You have something that you can, maybe connect with, bridge the gap with an old timer, so, or relate to with your peers. I learned from all of you. It's not that I'm so wise. It's not that I got so much together. I'm just spreading on and having conversation and mulling over ideas and coming back. Some of it hits, some of it don't. I have more misses than hits. Sometimes you want more hits than misses, but a lot of things I miss on, a lot of things I'm not spot on, a lot of things, I made to go back to the drawing board and, redo it again. You just may see me at a point where I didn't hit the home run or I hit a base hit. There's a lot of times when I need to go back to the drawing board and be like, you know what, Mel, you wasn't on your A game today. Oh my goodness, thanks for yes. Oh, you see the wrench, right? You see the wrench, Cargo. I told you I have blessed the community, and I thank you, Cargo 619, for definitely being, a good supporter of the community. So yeah, I did do that, Yeah, nah, the honor is all mine. So it's just like I appreciate you for coming through to the live streams. I appreciate you for being who you are and whatnot, and that's just what it is. So I tell anybody out there, don't forget to check out, Cargo 619, awesome member of the community. She definitely does her Disney themes things. She definitely, is very uplifting spirit and whatnot. Does her trivia. So, and that's just really what it is, So, I mean, I appreciate you for being here. So, like, thank you for the watch time. Anyway, look, don't be too hard. Thank you for the watch time. So that's what it is. Nah, listen, it's all good with the typos. I got typos myself, So, shoot, you should see me with a keyboard. I don't know what else to say. I'm like, listen, Egyptian Gamer Geek, that is a real response, and I appreciate that. Sometimes you don't know what to say. Sometimes there's like the end of this conversation, which will end at the 30-minute mark. Sometimes you said all you can say. Cargo is more than a nice, decent person. She's an awesome person. She's a very down to earth individual. She's not somebody who pretends to be perfect, but she does come with positive vibes. She's realistic, and I appreciate her realism and whatnot. So definitely, she's an awesome person. I like the typo. That's funny. Yeah. Well, life is real like that. You need some typos sometimes. But Cargo, what I was just talking about was, stuff from, from the past, things online, offline. Sometimes people try to provoke you, try to take you to the negative space because sometimes it's fun. Maybe it's a game to them or whatever the case may be. Don't worry, Egyptian Gamer Geek. We appreciate you, and we will see you next time, sir. Thank you for being, not only one of my youngest subscribers, but one of my most consistent, and I appreciate that. Thank you for coming through. I know it's always a movie thing with you, so that's what it is. Today, and then maybe not. Yeah. No, I was there for that troll. I blocked that troll when I was there on your live stream. I kind of just said, nah, this is enough of that. I tell anybody, especially for the trolls out there, listen, I'm not. Yeah. It was funny, but then I didn't find the humor in it because I wasn't feeling it. But I'm glad that you made a joke out of it. And I'll tell the trolls out there, nobody's saying you can't troll and you can't say your thing. Nah, it's all good, Egyptian Gamer Geek. Nah, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through. It's all good. It's all love. It's all love there. But. Cargo, back to the whole thing with the troll. I ain't mad, yeah, nah, definitely. I ain't mad at people coming through trolling and saying something, but it's like if you're gonna troll, if you're gonna come through, if you're gonna try to provoke me, if you're gonna say something negative, if you're gonna really try to, get at me, in whatever way, at least have it be entertaining, at least have it be something that's inspiring, at least have it not inspiring. I don't know if it's trolling is inspiring, but at least have it be something that I can get a laugh off of too. That's what I get mad with a troll off of. When you just throwing insults and it's nothing I can't laugh at, as well. Let me get in on a joke, even if the joke is about me. And that's a lesson to the trolls. If you want to become popular and famous and you want to make money as a troll where people actually come to you and flock to you, have it where you get the people that you're trolling to actually laugh at your jokes. The people that you're trolling actually get in on it and they don't mind being trolled by you. But when you just insult somebody, when you just tear people down and you get racial or you get homophobic or you just get really insensitive about the situation. There's no room for the humor. When you take the humor away from it and it's just negativity, that's when it makes it hard for people to stand behind you, because there's some really dope trolls out there where you look at them and you be like, you know what? If I wasn't who I was, I'll be out there doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably be trolling folks too. On the low, Mel like to get a little troll on here there too. But I back away from it because I like to not to get carried away. But, there's a lot of good people out there that don't deserve that. And I say to the trolls, there's a lot of people out there that ain't looking for that action. So I would just say, please leave them be. Sometimes, there's folks going out there with health issues, or somebody lost a relative or something, and people come in there and say, rest in peace, or you piece of crap. And you're like, really? Like, is this the time for that now? So, it kind of gets to a point where, there's no etiquette, there's no civility to the whole thing. I mean, people, lack that decency. And then the funny thing is, like I said, you could easily, come through and just get negative and just be trading insults. Yeah, that's when I wagger. There's a lot of cross. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, people cross that line like it's, I don't know, like it's the American-Mexican border. We're gonna leave it at that. I ain't trying to throw no shots, but it's an easy go of it. So sometimes people cross that line like El Chapo. Well, so like, I mean, no disrespect to El Chapo. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to come looking for me. I ain't trolling you, El Chapo. You know what I'm saying? Mel is just making an example. Analogy. I love Mexican people, so I don't want anybody saying that I'm saying anything negative towards Mexicans. I love all peoples, but I was just using it for a point. Big dog, big dog leather. I see you, big dog. I appreciate you for coming through. Big dog. I need to. I'm doing you a disservice by not coming to your channel. I need to stop by. I keep saying that, but definitely I appreciate you for coming through. And if people don't realize what Big Dog Leather does, he makes things out of leather. And definitely. How am I doing? I'm actually having a pretty decent day. It's just, some annoying things, you just got to address here and there. Just got to let some folks, know indirectly, but in a public way, you know what? Don't waste your time. Sometimes you may get the reaction that you're not expecting, so that's just this way I'm at. I'm on a different type of time. I don't want to be in a situation in the vein where, I'm sitting around worrying and pressing about situations and whatnot. So this is just where I'm at, so, I mean, like I said, it happens. Okay, cool. I think we need to check that out. We all need to know anything indicated like that. Oh, you talking about Big Dog Leather? Yeah, definitely. Cargo 619. Check out Big Dog Leather. On one day at a time. Yeah, no, definitely you got to take it one day at a time. But see, here's the thing, Big Dog. I'm still in a positive space. I'm still taking it, taking it all in stride. However it comes and whatnot. But I know there's people that want you to be miserable with them. I know there's people that want to take you to a negative place. Yeah, nah, definitely. Cargo 619. You're doing yourself a great service by actually going and check out Big Dog Leather. Big Dog Leather does some awesome stuff. I found Big Dog Leather through Drive Shaft Drew. That's another Canadian out there. Shout out to Drive Shaft Drew. He was out there in the Cab 7 live stream today, which was an awesome live stream. Cab 7 was doing a little bit of singing, a little bit of crying, a little bit of painting. Cab 7, the Renaissance man. You know what I'm saying? So Drive Shaft Drew is another one out there. Very talented Canadian. Makes me sounds like a poor amateur compared to his voice. The man can sing. He can play instruments. I mean, he has Proxy out there. Drew is an awesome dude, realistic, down to earth type dude. So anybody out there, check out Drive Shaft Drew. Check out Cab 7. Check out Big Dog Leather. I encourage you to check out Big Dog Leather. You won't be sorry for it, especially if you like leather. I'm saying? Leather whips and chains. I don't know if Big Dog Leather makes leather whips, but I get like, Big Dog Leather. Yeah. That's for the adult moments in our lives. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we'll leave that alone. I caught a flashback somewhere there, so let me not get into that, but it is what it is with that, Oh man. Yeah, Cargo. Sometimes I get carried away. And Tosh Tom is not even here. But it's all good. Shout out to her too. Money is green, but don't touch me. Yeah. People asking some crazy stuff. People ask some crazy stuff. But no judgments. Not that I say I have a border whip. I've known some people. I've known some people who've had whips. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Like I said, I'm not even going to incriminate myself on this live stream. But like Big Dog Leather said, no judgment, no judgment. It's a judgment-free zone, I think. But for the most part, it is what it is. It is what it is. So many different thoughts, so many side conversations. Yes, Cargo, it is important to plead the fifth when it comes to leather whips. Now that's poetry for you, Justin. Plead the fifth when it comes to leather whips and whipped cream. ah, one more time. Oh my God! Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. We all adults here. I know nothing is the words of shows. That's funny. I forgot to go in a few minutes. I think I said too much today. Simply Deep, don't worry. I'm about to go too. Nah, Simply Deep. I let the conversation flow wherever it needs to flow. So if that's where the conversation was going about whips and public sex, and all I tell folks is whatever you choose to do, whoever you choose to do it with, be safe out there, use protection, think sensibly, know who you're doing. Yeah, Big Dog Leather. I'm about to take off myself too. Believe me, I'm about to take off too. But I appreciate you for being here. And thank you, thank you, thank you. But I tell anybody out there, just wrap it up, strap it up, do whatever you got to do. Make sure you're being sensible and safe about what you do, because there's a lot of diseases and things out there. There's a lot of stuff out there, that once you can't get rid of. So that's just what it is. But on that note, like I said, I see folks are ready to get out of here. Well, I learned it's a felony to own any. Wow. Shout out to Granny Monster for that one. I didn't know that either. I don't own any, and I don't plan to own any Iron Firehouse. But on that note, I will say, as always, spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. I'll see you next time. After you say we can't do trouble, we can miss you. This is active. By the way, that's funny. That's not gonna happen, but I appreciate that. Yeah, this was fun. Take care, folks. As always, spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Yeah, and that's it for right now, right? All hearts and minds are clear. I think it's time to go. Thank you for watching.